expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
You walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send you one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this trying to read the mind and heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's so much crying from that. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm glad when you step on the field, man. That's more I get. When I step on the field, I send you one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You haven't worked in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, Keith, happy Friday, brother. Nah, this game is not over. We're just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We're streaming live, kyokradio.org, or you can check us out on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, and if you've got a Roku streaming device on your television or your computer, you can download BS3 TV, and you can find us right there in the middle of some great shows on the BS3 TV network. So again, thank you, Ben Sutter III, for allowing the lunch break and the legendary KYOK to go TV. All right. Freestyle Friday, you know what that means. That means we are going to talk about anything and everything. And that being said, I want to extend sincere thoughts and prayers to everyone affected by the bridge collapse in Pittsburgh. I was just coming into the studio and got the breaking news alert that a bridge collapsed in Pittsburgh and 3 people were taken to the hospital for emergency treatment and several folks were affected. So definitely want to extend our sincere thoughts and prayers to everyone affected. And I'm sorry, I said, let me read the current story. 10 people were injured when a bridge that carries traffic in Pittsburgh collapsed. 6 vehicles, including a Port Authority bus, was left stranded in the twisted mess of a bridge that has been listed in poor condition for the past decade. Okay, I was right. 3 people were transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. One of the 2 passengers on the bus was taken to the hospital about 2 hours after the crash. So please keep that whole situation in your prayers. All right. A lot to talk about. NBA All-Stars starters have been announced. A couple of surprises. I stick by what I've been saying for the last, year and a half. Only 2 superstars in the NBA. LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Both of them have been named as captains for their respective All-Star teams. So LeBron James for the West, Kevin Durant in the East, and then everybody else fills out the roster. And let me get to that real quick because I got to be honest with you. I was a little bit surprised by the starters on the West. On the West, starters. LeBron James, no surprise there. Steph Curry, no surprise there. Joker starting at center, no surprise there. Ja Morant starting at guard, no surprise there. The other guard is a surprise. Andrew Wiggins. And no, he's starting at forward. I apologize. He's starting at forward. Andrew Wiggins. Out of all the forwards in the NBA, Andrew Wiggins is reportedly the best of the best. Starting. I know it's an exhibition. I know the fans make up 50% of the vote, and then the writers get in there. And believe me, I'm not one of those guys who thinks that the name brand athletes have to always be the ones to be starting. But when I think of a big like Karl Anthony Towns, when I think of some of the other bigs in the West, Andrew Wiggins. I enjoy that exhibition. That's going to be a good one. On the east side of things, it's a little bit more. It makes a little bit more sense. Kevin Durant, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, Trae Young, and if you want to call this one a surprise, DeMar DeRozan. But DeRozan has been balling for Chicago. DeMar has been balling for Chicago. So again, if you want to call them surprises, those two would be the surprise. Wiggins and DeMar DeRozan as starters. He's a guard forward. I guess the surprise there is where's Jason Tatum? Where's Jaylen Brown? Don't get me started on the mess that is the Boston Celtics under the leadership of Brad Stevens. I'll stop. I won't get started there. You know, what about Jimmy Buckets down there in Miami? What about there? I'm just saying there's some ballers in the East as well. Now, the reserves are going to be named on February the 3rd. We'll know who the reserves are, and I'm going to make a bold prediction. Nobody from the Houston Rockets will be named as a reserve. Nobody from the Houston Rockets will be named as a reserve. And if someone is, if I'm wrong, it will be Christian Woods. It will not be Kevin Porter Jr. It will not be Jalen Green. And I don't think it's going to be Jashawn Tate, although Jashawn Tate has been balling when healthy. For the San Antonio Spurs, if anybody gets the nod, it will be DeJounte Murray. Another name that's missing from the West as a starter behind Andrew Wiggins, Luka Doncic. Luka. How we leave it as a starter? Andrew Wiggins, not Luka. All right. Again, I'm not saying it's got to be the household names. I'm just saying, you know, you got some ballers there. And I don't know if he's listening, but Willie Gibson, I sure hope there are some Cleveland Cavaliers in that reserve pool for the Eastern Conference All-Star team the way they've been playing all year long. I know Brandon Ingram has been injured, but that's another name for the West that, you know, again, if you're going out of the box, you're going away from the household names. Just saying. So we'll see. We'll see who will be these All-Stars. All-Star Weekend, February the 18th through the 20th. All-Star Weekend, they have that skills competition. I think they're changing the futures game, which is where the young stars get a chance to play against some of the second-year players. I think they're changing that format. Of course, we'll have the three-point shootout. We'll have the slam dunk competition, and then there'll be the game. The game will be on the 20th this year. They moved it back a week because the NFL moved its Super Bowl from the first Sunday in February to the second Sunday in February, which was usually when the NBA played their All-Star game. So just some programming notes for you there. All right, let me take my first break. We'll come back with more. I got to talk about a young man that I've been meaning to talk about all week from the standpoint of must be the Monday. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. If you want in, 281-453-1000 is the number to dial. That's 281-453-1000. You can also text me at 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. And you can email your guy at aj@kyoksports.com, aj@kyoksports.com. Ben Sutter III, BS3 Network. It's Friday. Yeah, it is. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. That's 800-472-5145.
The legendary KYOK, 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
I am Jacqueline Carr, and here is your winning strategy. Simpson's parents had to tell him, you cannot get your hair cut off. And I'm going to paraphrase. I believe that as a child, Simpson was probably saying, Tommy and James got their hair cut. Why can't I get my hair cut? His parents probably told him, the reason you cannot get your hair cut is that you have such an anointing that you cannot afford to jeopardize or lose it. If you want to be great in life, be all you can be in life, you must make sacrifices to protect your gifts. No, you can't run with everybody. You can't say everything that you hear. You must sometimes separate yourself from things that could prevent you from being successful and being who God has created you to be. Because of the glory that is upon you and that you carry, you can't let nothing or anyone interfere with it.
Want a deal you'll love on a Valentine's Day gift they'll love? Shop and save right now at Kohl's. Get 20% off Food Network bakeware, up to 50% off festive pillows and decor, and sterling silver diamond pendants for just $69.99. On top of all that, you can get an extra 15% off and earn Kohl's Cash. What are you waiting for? Get to Kohl's and celebrate the special moments for less. Select styles, 15% offer ends January 30th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Jonathan McReynolds here. Make room for the lunch break right here on the legendary KYOK.
All right, thank you, Jonathan McReynolds, right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org, streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Roku. That's right, you got a Roku streaming device? Check this out. Download BS3 TV. B as in boy, S as in Sam, the number 3 TV. And then check out all the great shows on that network right in the middle of your big screen. One of them you'll see, The Lunch Break. Open that bad boy up. You can catch us live right now in the middle of your big screen TV. I like that. Listen, you know what? I like this TV thing. I'm an actor, y'all. All right, so anyway, I said before the break, I've been wanting to talk about a young man all week long about a deal that he signed that I know a lot of people didn't think this dude would get that honor, but he's got it. And let me go ahead and break it down. Shedeur Sanders, starting quarterback for the Jackson State Tigers, son of the head coach, Coach Primetime, has signed as the first college football athlete with Gatorade. Did you catch that? Not just the first athlete from an HBCU, not just the first athlete from Jackson State, not just the first Black athlete, but the first college football athlete to sign a name, image, and likeness with Gatorade. Sanders has been a part of other NIL deals with big brands, including Beats by Dre and famed quarterback Tom Brady's new apparel line, but being the first to represent an iconic athletic sports drink and to do it all at a historically Black college and university, HBCU, means Sanders' plan was working. In fact, he says he's proud to represent these companies, but he considers his path, playing quarterback for his father, head coach Deion Sanders at Jackson State, a movement to help others around him to continue making noise on a non-traditional route. He says, and I quote, "This whole HBCU thing going on right now is bringing national attention. We got players from Power Fives actually coming to HBCU schools now. It wasn't like that a couple of years ago, so it's just really exciting to see that competition will go up. Everything is going to go up. And honestly, other players in HBCUs should get deals also." I got a chance to interview him with the coach, Johnny Cole, when we took our HBCU stroll on the road to the Celebration Bowl in Atlanta in December. And I got to tell you, that young man right there has a good head on his shoulders, and he is aware of more than just X's and O's and celebrity and all of that for himself. He understands he is part of something bigger. I'm not trying to preach my Bible study messages or my sermon messages, but he's focused and he's faithful, focused on what he's supposed to do and the impact it'll have on others, and he's faithful to sticking to the plan. And guess what? He just got a big reward. The first college football athlete to sign an NIL deal with Gatorade. I like it. I like it. I ain't a Gatorade fan either. I'm a Powerade dude, and I don't even drink that anymore. Too much sugar and sodium and all that. You know, I'm that guy. You know, I'm water with zero stuff in it. You know, trying to get back down to my playing and fighting weight. I might have to take Todd to the food truck. You know, I might have to get Todd out there in the food truck if he keeps thinking that, you know, his UT Longhorns can't be beat. So, but I might go out and get me a Gatorade wristband or something so Shedeur Sanders can get his chips. He can get his coins. I'm happy for the young man. I'm happy for what's going on at Jackson State. I'm happy for what's happening in the SWAC. I am happy for what's happening in the HBCU community. And I ain't no hater. I ain't jealous. I ain't mad. I see a bigger picture. I want that thing to get contagious. I want 5-star, 4-star, 3 stars to go to Grambling, to go to TSU, to go to Prairie View, to go to Mississippi Valley State. I want Norfolk State to get players. I want Livingstone to get players. I want Clark to get some play. I want Morehouse's football team to have a front line or an offensive line that's getting NIL deals like the Longhorn offensive line. That's what I want. Oh, AJ, it won't happen. There's not enough money to go around, and the Power Fives are all going to get the big deal. Apparently not. Apparently not. Apparently not. BS3 Network, that is awesome for Shedeur. Agreed. 100. As the young people say less. I like it. I like it. I like it. I can't wait to see what some of these schools that brought in new head coaches are going to do this year. I want to see what Prairie View is going to do. I want to see what Grambling is going to do. I want to see what Southern is going to do now that Coach Dooley is there. I want to see. Johnson C. Smith, I want to see. Only school I'm really worried about is Central State. I don't know if I like the way they handled their selection, man. They missed a real good opportunity to bring in a experienced championship level coach from that area, and they balked at it. I'm worried about Central State. I think Tuskegee's going to be all right. I think Miles is going to be all right. Central State, I'm worried about y'all. Y'all up there in Ohio, across the road from Wilberforce, I'm worried about y'all. Take a break. Be right back. Freestyle Friday here on the lunch break.
Pastors, beware. You have the right to remain silent, and you better make sure you do.
Trustee, the IRS can take your church and personal bank account if you're not in compliance. There are new IRS laws regulating pastor appreciation and anniversary love offerings. The Clergy Tax and Law Seminar is coming to Houston Wednesday, February 9th at the Doubletree Hobby Airport. A special DVD is available for free if you call right now, 800-344-0076. That's 800-344-0076. You must attend this Clergy Tax and Law Conference. Call now, 800-344-0076. That's 800-344-0076, or go to cmtc.org. Dr. Michael Chidwood is coming to help you. Call now, 800-344-0076. That's 800-344-0076. God cannot bless a mess. Get your house in order.
Are you looking to start a business? From side hustles to major business opportunity, Franchise 123 connects franchise buyers with sellers. And we have over 4,000 franchises for you to choose from. In one simple 30-second call, our live agents will sign you up to the platform. This is not a hard sales call either. We give you free access to our database. Yes, free access, no cost. We are the largest online franchise database in the world. You can find 95% of all businesses. Buying a franchise doesn't have to be complicated. We make it easy. And right now, some have no startup fees. You can turn your special skill into a franchise business or go full scale with all the top franchise businesses in the world. Sign up with Franchise 123 now and get your free guide to franchise success now. Call 800-419-5344, 800-419-5344, or text Franchise 123 to 63566. Text Franchise 123 to 63566.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there. Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org.
This is Jasmine Ortiz from Baytown, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
Thank you, Jasmine Ortiz from Baytown. It is The Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. Yeah, man. Hanging out, getting it in. Freestyle Friday. Man, I sure wish I could do an NIL deal with somebody from Texas Southern and Prairie View. Texas Southern and Prairie View. I wish I had some business people out there listening to me right now in this area. And let's put an NIL deal together and sign a player from a couple of players if we can. But anyway, from Prairie View and TSU right here in our area. Y'all listening, let's do it. Let's do it. If you don't know what that means, call me and we'll talk about it. 281 or 832-403-5005. 832-403-5005. You're a business owner, business person, you got your own, whatever it is, and you want to give back to the community. Let's do that. Let's put an NIL deal together and do it for TSU and Prairie View. Let's make that happen. Come on, y'all. Talk to me. Let's see. Camilio from the Graham fam has chimed in. He said all the teams in the SWAC with new coaches will be like the Sonic Boom intro song as they come into any stadium. Get ready, cause here we come. I like it. I want that energy, man. I want that energy. I do. Let's get it on. I mean it. Let's get it on. I can't wait to see what Coach Dooley is going to have on for his first game as the new head coach of the Southern Jags. I want to see what Hugh Jackson is going to come out talking about for his first game for the Grambling State Tigers. In fact, I got some Hugh Jackson news. I got some Hugh Jackson news that I meant to cover this week. Let me get that. It's Freestyle Friday, so I don't have to have it all together. So if y'all like me, all over the place. All right, here we go. Grambling State released its 2022 football schedule and first season for new head coach Hugh Jackson. The Tigers will travel away from Exit 81 for 3 non-conference games to start the season. That includes the first matchup as head coaches between Jackson and Jackson State's prime coach Deion Sanders. Although both teams are members of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the game will be a non-conference contest. The road battles continue for Grambling as it travels to Daytona Beach, Florida to play Bethune, and then a neutral site game in the State Fair Classic against the Prairie View A&M Panthers. That'll be the State Fair Classic. We got to send Keith Hennick back down to there. After 6 road games, the Tigers are set to host 3 games in Eddie G. Robinson Stadium, beginning with FAMU on October the 15th. The 3 home games for Grambling wraps up with its homecoming against Arkansas Pine Bluff on November the 5th. After traveling to Texas Southern, I'll be there for that one, Lord say the same. They will wrap up the season with the 49th annual Bayou Classic in New Orleans on November the 26th against Southern. The Tigers have a spring game scheduled for April the 2nd. No time has been announced. Come on, come through, Hugh. I'm liking it. I am liking it. Let's get it on. Coach Jackson and Coach Primetime going to meet in a non-conference game. I wonder why that's a non-conference game. But anyway, we'll see what's up. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Willie Gibson is texting me as we speak. Oh, this LeBron James news is crazy. Freestyle Friday, so I'm just rolling. LeBron James, get out of the way. LeBron James and Crypto.com are teaming up to help Akron kids learn more about technological careers. They've already learned firsthand about how things drive and soar from Goodyear, how toys are made and designed by Little Tykes, and now Akron students participating in his I Promise program are going to venture into the metaverse. NBA star LeBron James has announced a new partnership between Crypto.com and his namesake foundation to help Akron kids, some 1,600 in all, learn firsthand not only how cryptocurrency works, but the technology behind it and all the ways it will impact their lives and potential career paths in the future. Get with it. I love it. For all you just shut up and dribble folks, eat that. LeBron James is once again making a huge impact in his community like no other. I love it. And I hope those kids go outside of the I Promise community and teach other people how to do what it is they learn. Each one, reach one, and teach one. That's our culture. That is our culture. I love that, man. I love that. All right, so yeah, he's still the king. Are you down with the king? He's still the king. He is still the king. Willie Gibson said, trust me. Apparently, that was Hugh Jackson's tagline when he was the head coach in Cleveland. Whenever Hugh Jackson said, trust me, it was something crazy. It was something crazy. All right. So anyway, I got a lot of folks texting me about different stuff. Let's see. Area code 346-695. 346-695. AJ, I'm excited to see HBCU starting to get players and support. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I am with you on that. Here's another one. Area code 510. Is that Arkansas? 510. Or is that California? Says, AJ, do you think Shedeur Sanders' deal will open the door or make people just peek through the window? I like your analogy. I think it will open the door, but I think how it goes with Gatorade will cause other companies to decide how to move forward. So, yeah, I think your question is both, but I love your analogy. And if you get a chance, text me again and tell me where 510 is. I want to see where you're listening from. I got a jersey here. 201 says, AJ, do you think that the SWAC and the MEAC will be power conferences in the HBCU community, or will the CIAA and the SIAC finally step up? I think each one is on their level. I wouldn't be surprised if the commissioner of the SWAC and the new incoming commissioner of the MEAC are not talking about ways to make their conferences stronger and be ready for this landscape where you might see a super mega conference one day. I mean, it's all about foreshadowing and not reaction. You know, if you're reacting to what other conferences are doing, you're behind. But I think with McClellan and the new incoming commissioner of the MEAC, I forget her name right now. I got a chance to talk with her at the SWAC as well, at the Celebration Bowl as well. I think they both have foresight. Willie Gibson, the kid from Akron, man, that dude is just straight up the real deal. And anybody that doesn't like LeBron, you just don't want to like LeBron. You don't have to like him as a basketball player. You don't have to like his political views and how he sees the world. But man, when he's doing stuff like that for kids, if you can't appreciate and respect that, you just don't want to. Keith Hennig, 510 area is in Northern California. Okay, that's what's up. I told y'all we East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. CJ has chimed in. Hey, Pastor AJ, watching from Las Vegas. What you doing out in Vegas? You better not be grabbing that handle talking about, come on, Lord. I know she's there for her daughter's birthday. Her daughter's birthday is coming up on the 31st. Happy birthday to Lori, celebrating a birthday on the 31st. And I know she's a good mother. She went to celebrate her daughter's birthday in Las Vegas. So we got the West Coast covered today on the show. All right, what else I got? Oh, speaking of NIL deals, another somebody has signed an NIL deal. And he is at an HBCU. I'm talking about none other than former NBA champion J.R. Smith. This article written by Chris Bingle, hey Chris, says that former NBA guard J.R. Smith sure is making the most of his time as a collegiate athlete. Smith, who is a freshman golfer at North Carolina A&T, has signed a deal with Excel Sports for NIL representation. Smith is 36 and recently began his second semester at the school and is looking to earn endorsement opportunities under the NCAA's new name, image, and likeness parameters. That's not bad for a guy who earned over $90 million over his NBA career. Yeah, I ain't mad. I am not mad. Again, if J.R. Smith is the open door at North Carolina A&T for Aggie students to be, finally viewed as possible name, image, and likeness, people, good for them. And good for him opening that door. My nephew played on a basketball team where he was the point guard, and on one wing there was a dude named O.J. Mayo, and I forget the dude named Bill. Bill played for the Boston Celtics in high school. My nephew was the point guard on that team. O.J. Mayo on one side, that kid Bill, I forget his last name, on the other side. And my nephew wanted to quit. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I told my sister, put him on the phone. This is back before FaceTime and all that. I said, why do you want to quit? He said, because, man, I've been here 4 years. All this time is my senior year. And now these guys come in and all of a sudden all the attention is on them. I said, have you lost your mind? He said, no, I'm just mad. Coach, he done forgot about the people that helped him get here. I was like, okay. All right, well, let me explain it to you like this. Every scout that comes to see O.J. Mayo and every scout that comes see that Bill kid, guess who they're going to see? Dishing them the rock. You! And oh, yeah, by the way, these scouts may not have come to your school if it were not for O.J. Mayo and this, was it Bill Walker? I forget the kid's name. They wouldn't have come if it wasn't for them. They opened the door. Now you just make sure you shine when they come in. He said, They called me Uncle Ray Ray because they couldn't say my first name. He said, Uncle Ray Ray, you might be on to something. Hey, I said, listen, I might be old, but even a blind squirrel will find a nut every now and then. You better stay on that team. Now, he didn't. He ended up quitting. But he tried to stay for a little while longer. Moral to the story is, if somebody opens the door, you just, Bill Walker. That's what I thought. I thought it was Bill Walker. Yeah, my nephew ran point for like 2 games with O.J. Mayo on one side, Bill Walker on the other side. And then he got frustrated and quit. I'm like, dude, you can get to somebody's school just dishing the rock to them. Of course, we know O.J. went to the league. Bill went to the league. My nephew, not so much. Doing good, though. I can't be mad at him. Can't be mad at him. Good husband, good father, good young man. All right, let me take a break. Come back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and all new 92.3 FM.
Tune into my new radio show called Candid Plug every Saturday from noon to 1. We will have engaging conversations on current events, topics that affect the community, and religion. Join me each Saturday from noon to 1 for my new show called Candid Plug, where you plus me equals us, right here on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and streaming live on KYOKradio.org.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
love talking,
and joy living on Get Up Mornings.
Get up! Get up! You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM, the legendary KYOK.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359. Attention, those of you looking to go on a fun vacation and see the world on the cheap. Today, the U.S. dollar is worth even more in other countries, so there's never been a better time to travel outside the USA. The dollar is worth over $1.30 in Canadian dollars, and it's the same for Australia. You can fly there today and have fun and maximize your travel dollar. Your U.S. dollar is worth over $3 in Brazilian reals, and it's worth over $18 in Mexican pesos. Plus, in Argentina, it's worth over $27 in Argentine pesos. Just think of the bargains you'll get. And the way you get the cheapest airfare to any destination is by calling Tickets That Cheap. Save up to 75% on your foreign vacation tickets. Don't wait. Call now. 802-317-1983. 802-317-1983. 802-317-1983. That's 802-317-1983.
This is G Solo with Houston Energy, dropping in the KYOK lunch break.
G Solo, what it do, baby? She is a professional women's football player and one of my favorite people of all time. Hope you're doing well, G Solo. Love you to life. All right, real quick, I gotta read this message right here. This message is from a young lady who played in our lunch break weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses challenge. Her name is Jasmine. She's over in the 704 area code. And Jasmine said, AJ, oh my God, I need you to have the same talk with my daughter that you had with your nephew. She's got 2 girls on her team that are heavily recruited, and she is mad that they're getting all the shine. I told her all the time, when people come to see them, you make sure that they notice you. Baby girl, you done told her already. You done told her already. But I will talk to her. Jasmine, I will talk to her. Let's set that up. Because, man, these young people got to get it. Just because you're not in the prime time, that don't mean you're not in the light. Tupac said, all eyes on me, but that don't mean that somebody won't glance at you. So, yeah, baby. Look, hook that up, Jasmine. You got my number, and I now have yours. We're going to make sure we hook that up, all right? Because, I don't want that young lady to quit and miss out on her. If that's what she wants to do. Now, if that's what she wants to do. If it's not what she wants to do, she might be using it as an excuse to not continue doing that. But if balling is what she wants to do, and she's got a couple of girls on her team that are being highly recruited, that don't mean that she won't be recruited at all. Yeah. I mean, come on now. Come on now. All right, y'all got me going today. Y'all got me going. All right, listen. We got some new coaches in the NFL. Matt Eberflus took that Chicago job. I thought that was going to be somebody else. And apparently the new general manager for Chicago made the decision for Eberflus over Jim Caldwell. I mean, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying, all right, your call. And apparently, and then of course, Denver went with the. Where are my notes? Denver went with the guy that they went with. So yeah, I got to get my notes out of my bag because there's some other stuff that came in today, or that is being rumored today that I want to talk about as well. Yeah, Denver went with Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator of Green Bay. And apparently the Raiders are in serious talks to make Josh McDaniels their new head coach. What's interesting, Josh, when he got out from under Bill Belichick the first time, went to Denver in the division. And now he might be going to the Raiders in the division. But I always find it funny when a team doesn't have a general manager yet, but they hire a head coach. That just feels like a recipe for disaster, unless in the negotiations it's this is who I want as the general manager, or you know who you're talking to be your general manager, and they say this is who I want as the head coach. I've been told many times over that Josh McDaniels and Louis Riddick are tied together, but I don't know if the Raiders are leaning towards Louis Riddick as their general manager. I don't know that to be true. All I'll say is this. I hope Josh McDaniels does a better job with this opportunity than he did the last time with the Denver Broncos. I understand that he went in there like he was the dude that he was trying to imitate with the sleeves on the hoodie cut off and all that. I heard he was a front office nightmare. Like he was talking to people like they had lost their mind. Sounds familiar. Because to tie it all together, if Josh McDaniels leaves the Patriots to go and take the head coaching job for the Raiders, I'm told that the offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots would be none other than the guy who ruined things here in Houston. I'm told that the guy who ruined things here in Houston, who is the current offensive coordinator for the Alabama Crimson Tide, who got his game plan handed back to him in the championship game by the Georgia Bulldogs, would be leaving that job to go back to New England to be the OC. Touring the AFC South, Mike Patton says this mess in Jacksonville is nuts. Shad Khan messing up if he don't hire Leftwich because Leftwich wants Adrian Wilson as GM over Balky. Well, the word came out yesterday that Balky was out, Wilson was in, so I thought it was just a matter of hours before we got the announcement that Byron Leftwich was going to be the new head coach in Jacksonville. I thought that was the last little sticking point, but I digress. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me go to my little cheat sheet for the NFL and see if I missed something thus far. Jerry Jones says Mike McCarthy's status was never in doubt. Yeah, I don't see anything. If y'all know something I don't, tell me something. I'm checking all my reliable sources. Josh McDaniels interviewing with the Raiders. Jerry Jones, Mike McCarthy's status was never in doubt. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I tell you what, Mr. Stephen Ross, I'm sorry, Mr. Shad Khan, you down there playing around, and you got your guy right there. You got the guy right there. I did get a notification that the Saints are interviewing Byron Leftwich. The New Orleans Saints are interviewing Byron Leftwich. And that would be a good little matchup right there. I don't know if Dennis Allen would stay on as the D coordinator if Leftwich was to get that deal. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he would because he got passed over for the job. But if I'm New Orleans, I give that serious consideration. I would not, if I'm Byron Leftwich, though, I wouldn't leave Tampa and go to New Orleans as the OC. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. I wouldn't do that. So that's what I'm hearing. Eberflus in, Hackett in, McDaniels more than likely going to the Raiders, and Byron Leftwich more than likely, I'm going to call it more than likely going to Jacksonville. But I'm glad to see other teams are taking note. Mike Patton, Dennis Allen would be out if Leftwich got that job, and that cap space mess in New Orleans isn't pretty. Yeah, it isn't pretty, but they got some hope on the horizon because as soon as Sean Payton decides he's going to coach again, there's a haul coming in. There are a bunch of number ones and some twos and possibly some threes coming in the dough. My producer hates when I talk like that. Kev, the producer, will text me in any minute and say, "Are you trying to sound ignorant?" Why you say that, Kev? Because it's door, D-O-O-R, and not D-O-E. Okay, thanks, Kev. How you like my look? Is my smile all right? Young buck. Keith Hennig says, I hope Leftwich stays out of the South. I don't want him pounding the Bucks. I'm still wondering what the Bucks are going to do if Tom Brady decides to go. One thing I know won't happen, if Tom Brady retires, the quarterback up in Green Bay is not going to go and walk in Tom Brady's shadow. He's not going to do that. He's got too much, whatever you call it, to do that. In fact, I hate to say this. You know who will probably end up in Tampa Bay this coming season if Tom Brady decides not to come back? Carson Wentz. I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back with Sybil Wilkes, and then we'll do birthdays right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is, come on, say it with me now, Friday, January 28th, 2022. Number 1, federal judges may be sending Alabama Republicans back to the drawing board. This week, a 3-judge federal panel ruled against the newly drawn Alabama congressional district map in 2 lawsuits. The suits allege the district lines were racially gerrymandered in a map to be used in this year's upcoming elections. In issuing a preliminary injunction Monday, the judges wrote that Alabama should have 2 districts instead of 1 in which Black voters represent a sizable portion of the electorate. Number 2. A former employee of Google's ethical artificial intelligence team, Timnit Gebru, is one of many Black women working to change artificial intelligence, or AI. Gebru said that she was fired from Google after she failed to retract a paper she co-authored about how AI trained on large amounts of text data reinforces various systems of oppression. Gebru was also the co-author of the influential 2018 paper that showed that leading facial recognition technologies used by Microsoft and IBM misidentified darker-skinned women at much higher rates than they did light-skinned men. Number 3, healthcare workers in about half the states faced a Thursday deadline to get their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine under the Biden administration mandate that will be rolled out across the rest of the country in the coming weeks. While the requirement is welcomed by some, others fear it will worsen already serious staff shortages if employees quit rather than comply. In some Republican-led states that have taken a stand against vaccine mandates, hospitals and nursing homes could find themselves caught between conflicting state and federal demands. Number 4. The Monticello Restaurant and Bistro denied Paco Zolansky, a Black transgender non-conforming person, entry into the restaurant in Metro Atlanta. Zolansky was wearing a skirt and planned on joining his friends for dinner January 14th. The Monticello staff said, "We are not denying him service. What we're saying is he must dress his gender. If he dresses his gender, he is more than welcome to come inside." Number 5, as more Americans plan long-awaited summer vacations, hotel owner and commercial real estate investor Devon Reeves is rolling out the red carpet for travelers looking to support Black businesses. In 2021, Reeves launched StayBlackExperience.com, a website that provides a comprehensive and up-to-date list of Black-owned hotels and bed and breakfast locations. Read more about Reeves and the Stay Black experience in today's Black Business Spotlight. Here's your daily inspiration from Yoki's Jewels. Life is a series of choices. Choose to be open to change. Well, don't change just yet. Stay for this. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, thank you very much there, Sybil Wilkes.
It's Sybil Wilkes
Thank you.
with What You
Sybil,
Need
I
to
don't
Know.
need you to do it twice now, Sybil. Stop. All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Let me get the top of the hour started, and then we will come back with the birthdays right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
1140 AM, KYOK Conroe, and 92.3 FM, K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how do we the Miami Heat of football? Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from that. He's a man. He can be a hit just like this. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm glad when you step on the field, man. Got some more ideas. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You ain't been working my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
All right, now this game is not over. It's first hour on the books, second hour underway here on the legendary KYOK. And with that, let me do the birthdays. Happy birthday going out to my friend Linda Faust over in Kenya. She's celebrating her birthday today. Gail Digman is 66. Happy birthday, Gail. Esther Jones, hey, cuz, how you doing? She's 38 today. Mustang Cole, better known as Ferdinand, is celebrating his birthday today. Ferdinand, 52. Happy birthday, brother. Stephanie Stevenson is 53. Joyce Williams is celebrating her birthday along with Kimberly Smith. She's 38 today. B. Prophet Williams with her anointed self celebrating her birthday with one of the most awesome people I've ever met in my life. Tanya Denise Chagua is celebrating her birthday today. In fact, remember Kennedy Love, who used to come on the show as one of my virtual interns? Well, guess what? That's her mom. Happy birthday to you. Jonetta Jones is celebrating her birthday today. She's 49. Aaron Doucette celebrating her birthday along with Ashley Johnson, 36. Shanda Davis. Sherry Thorpe. Sherry, I want to go on a vacation. She's a travel agent. She's amazing. Christine Aubert celebrating a birthday over in Kenya. And Bridget Barron, all celebrating birthdays today. I got some more birthdays for you as well. Let me get to these real quick. Happy birthday, Sylvia Alexandra Roca and Sharon Chaney and Don Diddy celebrating along with these celebrities. Greg Popovich, Don't interview him. Just respect him. He's celebrating a birthday today. Tony Delk used to play with them Kentucky Wildcats and played with the San Francisco Warriors, celebrating a birthday. Dante Culpepper. He used to be my favorite quarterback when he was with the Minnesota Vikings. I loved Dante Culpepper. Andre Iguodala, my namesake. I really thought Andre Iguodala was 206 years old, but he was born in 1984. All right, Usher, do your thing.
Oh, go shout it. It's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shout it. It's your birthday. Today's your day.
Happy birthday to everybody celebrating their birthday. A very special happy birthday to CJ's daughter, Lori, who's going to be 32 on the 31st. We'll celebrate her on that day, but because CJ's already there in Vegas with her, Lori, happy and blessed birthday to you. Everybody celebrating anniversaries on today. Whatever the anniversary is for, happy birthday, happy anniversary to you as well. All right, let me go back to something I said before we hit the top of the hour. I said that one quarterback I know will not go to Tampa if Tom Brady walks away is the quarterback up in Green Bay. I believe that's true. Another quarterback that I don't believe will go there if Tom Brady steps away is Russell Wilson. None of those guys want to walk in Tom Brady's shadow. I mean, Tom Brady got there year one and did what? Won a Super Bowl. I know the guy up in Green Bay don't want that pressure. He ain't built like that. You know, he's built to complain about why he didn't get it done and point fingers at everybody else. And Russ just wants to, get out from under the, been where he's been for a long time, wants to see where he can land. I think Russ would be the guy to rebuild Pittsburgh or the guy to rebuild New Orleans. Both of those are removed from high-playing Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Mike Patton says potential of Miami for Russ, perhaps. That's just me speculating at this point. I'm with you. That's all I'm doing is speculating as well. And that's why I said logical fits for quarterbacks more than likely leaving their team would be Carson Wentz. If Tennessee were to move on from Ryan Tannehill, and I don't think they would because the cap hit would be too great, I could see Tannehill down there in Tampa. But again, I don't think Tennessee is going to do anything like that. But watch this. If Miami were to move on from Tua, I think Tua in Tampa would be great. Mike Patton, touring the AFC South, said, I wouldn't be shocked if Russ ends up still in Seattle. I wouldn't either. Just like one of the worst owners in the NFL, Mara said about Daniel Jones, we're going to just build the team around them. That's what Seattle's got to get back to. Seattle's got to get back to building the team around Russ. And I know Richard Sherman and some of the other guys didn't like that, but the reality is, as your quarterback goes, so do you. And that defense totally needs to be rebuilt. So we'll see. I would love for all these quarterbacks to change spots, though. I like anarchy. I like a little bit of just confusion and just like, man, what are we going to do now? There we go. That's a good name, too. Mike Patton, touring the AFC South, said Carr perhaps in Tennessee, if they can work some things out, would be funny as all get out for both Mariota and Tannehill as quarterbacks on the same team again. That would be hilarious. I'd like that. Let's make that happen. And speaking of Mariota, what does he do? Does he continue in that backup role. I think he wants to be a starter again. I think he wants to be a starter again, and I think he should be a starter again. So, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. As we've talked about, there's several quarterback openings that could be happening. I think the quarterback in Green Bay should stay in Green Bay. I really do. I think he should stay right there. I think he raised all that stink and made all that noise and all that confusion and got out here and just, played well regular season. But you know what? Regular season ain't where you make your money. Playoffs? Yeah. You didn't play well in the playoffs, partner. You got as many touchdown passes as as the quarterback in San Francisco, Jimmy G. So there's your bar. There's your measuring stick. You and Jimmy G are cousins right now. Y'all are playoff cousins. If he wants to salvage any of his reputation, and I can tell by the way he carries himself, he don't care nothing about that. He don't care nothing about how he looks and how he sounds. Stays right there, and he makes it right there. Stays right there in Green Bay and makes amends for all of the confusion that he caused. And if you tell me that he did not cause any confusion, I'm going to call you a lie right to your face. Use a lie. Might not have been confusion to you. Some people like confusion, and they love to be in the midst of confusion. Their life ain't right unless they've got confusion going on, but that's still confusion. A lot of stuff was said and done that didn't have to be said and done, and it started with that dude right there. He needs to stay his behind right there and make that right. That's what he needs to do. And while I'm on it, I got to take a break. When I come back, I've been avoiding it all week long, but has anybody checked John Stockton for potential signs of CTE? I know he played basketball, but has anybody checked John Stockton for any noticeable signs of the possibility of having CTE? I'll be right back after this on the lunch break.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. That's 800-472-5145.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
This is Irma J from Internal Revamp, and you're listening to AJ on the lunch break.
Thank you, Irma J, Internal Revamp, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Amazing. Just amazing. She's an amazing person. I'll leave it at that. All right. I got a bunch of stuff to hit. Mike Patton, before I get to John Stockton, what's going on with A.J. Brown? What is he talking about? He's going to play pro baseball too and promises he'll be better than Michael Jordan. Bruh, AJ, I know your season is over, but bruh, wait, what are we doing? The NFL and MLB have seen their share of dual sport athletes over the year. A list A.J. Brown might consider joining. Brown, the star wide receiver for Tennessee, has an itch to play professional baseball. In a series of social media posts, Brown tweeted to the San Diego Padres, all he needs is a workout. The Padres drafted Brown in the 19th round of 2016 amateur draft before he went on to become a star wide receiver at Mississippi. Brown was a 2015 Under Armour All-American selection, batting behind Toronto Blue Jays star Bo Bichette. And on the national roster, Brown played in the same game with top prospects Carter Kieboom and Jesus Luzardo, both of whom have reached the major leagues. Okay. Mike Patton said, AJ just trolling. I don't think he's going to do that. However, he was good at baseball for real. Kyler Murray was too. Kyler Murray was a legit first-round baseball draft pick. So, but hear me when I say I'm not shading him. I promise you I'm not. I'm just saying, bro, y'all are that close. Stay focused, fam. Stay focused. You AJ, I'm AJ. Let's talk brother to brother. Stay focused, man. Let's get chips. I'm trying to get chips. I'm trying to get some chips. What my man up in Toronto say, man, we're trying to get chips and dip. Oh, gosh. All right. Anyway, John Stockton. Oh, God. Let me pull this nonsense up. John Stockton. The other day, John Stockton said these words. I'm really trying not to just put this nonsense out here. In an interview earlier this week, the NBA all-time assist leader and steals leader, and one of only two players who had his number retired by Gonzaga, said that there are professional athletes, like 150, I believe now. It's over 100 professional athletes dead. Professional athletes, the prime of their life, dropping dead that are vaccinated right on the pitch, right on the field, right on the court, Stockton said in an interview. That is not true. That's not true. You think with all the access to social media that we have today, that nobody would have given you breaking news that a professional athlete dropped dead on the field, on the pitch, that's soccer, on the diamond, that's baseball, on the court, that's basketball. I mean, one, two for sure, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but 100, somewhere between 100 and 150. I've gotten to the place where I'm not going to try to even tell people how to handle their bodies. I just, man, I don't know what it is. Maybe I got a little older. My nerves are bad. I don't know. But, if you got some kind of, hey, I did this report, I did this study, and I don't know if the vaccine is for me. So, I'm just going to, I'm just not going to take it. And if that's you, then that's you. when we together, put your mask on, I'll put my mask on. If you're not going to put your mask on, I'm going to have mine on, and I'm probably not going to be around you long. But when you get out there and you saying stuff like this, and you're John Stockton, one of the greatest of all time in the 75th anniversary of the NBA. And you say, and I quote, I think it's highly recorded now. There's 150, I believe now. It's over 100 professional athletes dead. Professional athletes, the prime of their lives, dropping dead that are vaccinated. Right on the pitch, right on the field, right on the court. End quote. Somebody gotta get to you and limit your access. And I'm really not upset with the number one scorer in the NBA history and a member of that 75th all-time team, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He said it's comments like that that make people call us dumb athletes. That's why people call athletes dumb. I can't put it any other way. It's reckless. It's ill-advised. It's not smart. I'm talking about the statement. I mean, you're allowed to say whatever you want to say, but when it's blatantly not true and it's tied to public health, there's got to be a greater responsibility to accuracy. If you're not giving names, dates, places, and times, this athlete on this day dropped dead after having received the vaccine while playing this game or in this event, and we can go and we can see that he's right, then how is that any different than screaming fire in a crowded building? All I will say is this pandemic has showed me the true, not the perceived, not the presented, not the representative, but the true nature of who some people really are. Not how they present themselves to be on the field and on the court and all that kind of stuff, but who they really are when they're not playing. And I got to go back to, when a lot of people got mad at Charles Barkley for saying, I am not a role model. I'm sorry. I'm not going to have somebody like John Stockton being a role model for my children. Well, AJ, you just saying that because he don't believe the way you do about the vaccine. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's a liar. I'm saying what he said wasn't true, even if he was vaccinated. You can't just get out there and lie about something like that and have that many people listening to your every words, and tied to it is other people's lives. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
AJ, lunch break is birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it. And I want to talk to New Orleans, man. What's up with Sean Payton? Is he going up in the front office? Because I would hate AJ for him to go anywhere else.
Well, I'll tell you this. He's going to the booth. He's going to the booth. And after he's in the booth for a period of time, I believe a team is going to make a run to try and get him as their next head coach. I think he's going to be out of football for about a year, maybe 2. He's under contract with New Orleans for the next 3 seasons. but I think that somebody's going to make an effort to try and get him as their head coach. And I just don't know who that will be. It should be the Dallas Cowboys, but Jerry Jones has decided that he loves him some Mike McCarthy, so he ain't going nowhere.
Well, I think that Sean has coached a long, long time. And if I'm New Orleans, I keep Sean right where he is. New Orleans is not too far, AJ, from a champion.
Yeah, but it's not New Orleans wanting to keep him or not. Sean Payton decided to walk away. He's tired. He wants to do something different.
Well, yeah, I mean, that weighs heavy on anybody. We've seen him try, and it just hasn't come together for him. So, I mean, at some point, you got to walk away. You got to give yourself a break. And that's what, guys don't know how to do. You got to know at 16 seasons right there, I mean, that's a lot of time, and you didn't get to the Super Bowl as many times as you thought you could have. And they had some struggles. But I think now, what they have something to build on going forward. If you keep the quarterback you have, I think Jameis Winston is just as good as anybody else. And running back is decent, but you keep building on what you have. And you're right there in the playoffs for contention.
Yeah. And again, I just think that there's a time in everybody's life when that fire don't burn the same way. And I think that's the case with Sean Payton. He don't have the fire in his belly, as they say, that he used to have. 16 seasons, one of them off because of the bounty situation, which I don't think he should have been suspended for. But anyway, that's me as a fan. But, yeah, man, Sean, he did one of the best coaching jobs of his career this season.
Absolutely. A true Hall of Famer, man. And like I said, you don't find too many more like Sean. He put out, Anthony Duhal gave us a lot of good football, man. And I appreciate that.
Yep, no, I'm in agreement with you on that.
Kudos, whatever he decides to do, I'm going to be supporting him wherever he goes. It's just, a class A guy, man. I'm just really applauded, what mistakes on the field. And also, I'll say about this, and I'll let you go. Pittsburgh, which direction do we go in, AJ? I mean, do we get a veteran quarterback? You're trying to get a quarterback out the draft? I mean, with Mike Tomlin being where he is in his career with the Pittsburgh Steelers, he has to be trying to at least they look for somebody that season, correct?
Yeah, I think they do both. I think they get one of these available veteran quarterbacks and they bring in their quarterback of the future. I don't think you can rest. They're not in a full rebuild. I don't think you can put the entire team in the hands of a rookie from this class. I'm not sold on this class as your franchise quarterback that can step in right now and play. So, I mean, I think we saw a great class this past year, and look at how those rookies did. Not one single rookie carried their team to the promised land. I know the Mac Jones faithful say, yeah, but he was a one-trick pony, and he got exposed when quarterbacks are supposed to make their money. So, again, if you couldn't have gotten out of this class, I don't think you'll get it out of the next class.
But I'm glad you brought it up, AJ, because look, the Rockets have really done it this year. I'm elated to where Cincinnati is. They have really stepped up, man, and a lot of times people looking in the wrong direction for quarterbacks, man. Get somebody that fits your chemistry and see how it works, man. That's all I have, man.
Yeah. Enjoy your birthday, man. Have a blessed weekend.
I appreciate you too. Thank you.
Ferdinand Caller of the Year 2017. I know a lot of y'all want to keep talking about the John Stockton thing. I'm just saying. That's borderline delusional when you get up and you make a statement like that that's just flat out false. And I'm glad Kareem called him out. I'm glad others have called him out. And it's not about choosing sides. If you're gonna be on the other side of the vaccination situation, just tell the truth. That's it. Just tell the truth. Not your truth, not a truth. Tell the truth. And everybody will be fine. John Stockton, in the words of the late, great, she ain't dead, but she's still around, former First Lady of the United States of America, be best.
Pastors, beware. You have the right to remain silent, and you better make sure you do. Trustee. The IRS can take your church and personal bank account if you're not in compliance. There are new IRS laws regulating pastor appreciation and anniversary love offering. The Clergy Tax and Law Seminar is coming to Houston Wednesday, February 9th at the Doubletree Hobby Airport. A special DVD is available for free if you call right now. 800-344-0076. That's 800-344-0076. You must attend this Clergy Tax and Law Conference. Call now. 800-344-0076. That's 800-344-0076. Or go to cmtc.org. Dr. Michael Chitwood is coming to help you. Call now. 800-344-0076. That's 800-344-0076. God cannot bless a mess. Get your house in order.
Are you looking to start a business? From side hustles to major business opportunity? Franchise 123 connects franchise buyers with sellers. And we have over 4,000 franchises for you to choose from. In one simple 30-second call, our live agents will sign you up to the platform. This is not a hard sales call either. We give you free access to our database. Yes, free access. No cost. We are the largest online franchise database in the world. You can find 95% of all businesses. Buying a franchise doesn't have to be complicated. We make it easy. And right now, some have no startup fees. You can turn your special skill into a franchise business or go full scale with all the top franchise businesses in the world. Sign up with Franchise 123 now and get your free guide to franchise success now. Call 800-419-5344, 800-419-5344, or text Franchise 123 to 63566. Text Franchise 123 to 63566.
Hey y'all, this is Drake Tate, Mr. One More Again, and you're listening to The Lunch Break with AJ on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3. Yeah.
All right, appreciate you, Drake Tate, right here on the Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK. We go back to the phone line. Keith Hennick, Caller of the Year 2020, standing by. Following up, Caller of the Year 2017, Ferdinand, who's celebrating his birthday. What's up, Keith Hennick? How are you, man?
How are you, AJ?
I'm doing great, man. It's Freestyle Friday, so you know I love today.
Oh, I know. And I'd like to put John Stockton in a box and forget about him.
Yeah, that's a little much for me. Just a little much.
He's awful. He is awful.
I was glad to see Gonzaga revoke his season tickets and not let him have access to any of those young people with that kind of nonsense. I just, that
is great.
Gonzaga has done some real legit things this year. Their coach had a little incident, drinking and driving. They suspended him and didn't just gloss over it. And this whole John Stockton thing, I think they handled that appropriately as well.
I agree. What I called about was Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
I've only seen 2 Bengal games this year. I like them. I like them. What say you for Sunday winners?
I've got Kansas City because as much as I love the Bengals, and my dad was my entree into the Bengals. They've been to 2 Super Bowls. They haven't won one yet. I'd like to see them win one, but they're playing up against a guy that, Tom Brady is in that category. There have been a couple of others that have been in that category that until you beat them, you're just not going to beat them. And that's what Cincinnati has to do with Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City. Just got to beat him.
I think they can.
I won't be mad if they do. I'm not going to vote on. I'm not going to pick them to do that.
Okay. So the AFC, you have the Chiefs.
Got Kansas City in the AFC, and then I know that San Francisco has beaten the Rams 6 times in their last 6 meetings. I don't believe there'll be a 7th.
Really?
I don't.
They own the Rams, and somehow Jimmy G manages to beat the Rams every time they face each other.
Yeah.
You're going Chiefs and Rams. Okay. I just needed to hear you say that.
Well, listen, don't pick my stuff now. You need to have good picks.
No, I
I learned that's not a good way to go.
Oh my gosh! Keith Hinnick came on the show and threw shade, not just shade, but an eclipse. Keith Hinnick said, "Following your picks is just not the way to go." Keith, I love you for free.
I love you too, but 0-4 was just really disappointing.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, you weren't alone, Keith. You were not alone. There are some other
I
people that sent theirs in, just to kind of track along, and they were 0-4 as well.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and that's life.
Well, the thing is, you picked the favorites in every game, and the favorites just did not come through.
They did not.
Yeah.
They did not. The Bucks were horrible, and they deserve to be where they are today.
Yep. And Buffalo just things did not fall their way.
Oh, Buffalo. Oh, that was a heartbreak to me.
Yeah.
That was a heartbreak.
Yeah.
Josh Allen and that team played their guts out.
They did.
And what a disappointment. And I hope they change the overtime rules next year.
Yeah, but Keith, what do they change them to? What do they change them to? Do they make it so both teams will have a chance to touch the ball and leave it at that? What do they change them to?
They change it to exactly that because a coin flip cost the Buffalo Bills the championship game.
So Buffalo should have gotten a chance to try and score a touchdown, and if they don't score, they lose.
I would be okay with that.
Okay, all right.
As long as both teams have an opportunity to touch the ball.
Yeah. Well, okay. Now, do you go to sudden death after that first round? Let's say Buffalo went down and scored a touchdown and tied it. What do you do in that next round?
Keep playing till you have a field goal.
See, that's what I don't want. I don't want to see what they got going on in college. While I like the college rule, most people don't. I like the college rule. I don't want to see that. I feel like at some point that pressure needs to get stronger. So if you go from a round where both teams will get to touch the ball, regardless if they score a field goal or touchdown, if both teams get to touch the ball, to me that next round needs to be sudden death.
I would go with that. But the way it is now, you get the ball, you score a touchdown, game over. And I just watched Josh Allen's face as Mahomes took the Chiefs down the field, and the defense oopsed, and that was that.
See, and that's why I'm sticking with Kansas City. As bad as Kansas City might be defensively during the regular season, in the postseason, their defense does just enough so they don't lose, and their offense makes really good defenses look not so good.
Well, I think if you put a couple of guys on Tyreek Hill, a couple of guys on Kelsey, Mahomes is stuck. He's stuck. Edwards-Helaire is a good back, but he's not going to be able to win a game.
I got you.
I'm hoping for the Bengals, just for your sake.
Yeah, listen, man. I promise you, I'm orange and black in here Monday. Come Cincinnati win. I'm telling you now.
I bet you would, and you would deserve that.
Yes, sir.
You really would.
Yes, sir. Keith, be safe out there this weekend, man.
I'll do it. You guys have a safe, happy, healthy weekend. We'll talk soon.
All right, appreciate you. Keith Hinnick, Caller of the Year 2020. Very good dude. Very good dude. Also want to appreciate Longhorn Keith for calling in yesterday with some very, thoughtful comments about the Longhorns and the Cowboys and all that. He was Caller of the Year 2021. Let's see. Mike Patton touring the AFC South. Funny thing about Kansas City is that that first mentioned the change of the overtime when they lost to the New England Patriots. I'm one of those guys. I would not have been at the Capitol on January 6th. I'm not saying I follow all the rules, but when a rule is in place, the rule is in place. If you're going to change it afterwards, but don't change it and bemoan it when it didn't work out in your favor. I'm not that dude. Do I drive a little faster than the speed limit? Sure. I do. I ain't gonna lie. But there's some folks that the rule is a great rule when it's against somebody else, but as soon as it don't benefit them, They want to run down to the Capitol with their shotguns. And I'm sorry, the AR-15s. My bad, I didn't mean to go old school. Martha, get the AR-15. They won't change the overtime rules. I got to go down to the White House. Okay. All right. They say I got to wear a mask. I got to get down to the Capitol. Get the AR-15. All right. Okay. All right. It's Freestyle Friday, so yeah, I'm throwing slugs. I am. You know me. I ain't done this in a minute. All right, let me talk football numbers. All right, out of the 4 teams remaining, the number one defense in the NFL playoffs championship round, the LA Rams, number 1. They're allowing 271 yards per game total. They're allowing teams to run the ball for 56 yards a game total. They've got 3 interceptions. And they only allow teams to pass the ball for 233 yards per game. They're only allowing 19 points per game. Number 1 defense left. Number 2, San Francisco. So you got the number 1 defense against the number 2 defense. But watch this. You've got the number 2 offense with the Rams against the number 4 offense against the 49ers. And that's why I think the edge goes to the Rams for me. In that Cincinnati-Kansas City matchup, you've got the number 1 offense left in the NFL versus the number 4 defense left in the playoffs. I mean, you already know Kansas City putting up 392 yards putting up 515 yards per game, and Cincinnati's defense is allowing 530 yards per game. That's the interesting thing. You can throw the ball and run the ball against Cincinnati. Defensively, Cincinnati's got the number 4 defense left. Kansas City's got the number 3. Again, slight edge to Kansas City. I just hope that there are no blowouts. With what we've seen in the divisional round, heading into this championship round, I don't want a blowout. I just want to see some good football like we saw last Sunday. That's what I'm hoping for. So, let me take a break. It's CJ. There it is. Martha, they won't change the overtime rules in the NFL. Did I spell it right? Well, get the AR-15. I got to get down to the Capitol. I'll be right back, right after this on the lunch break.
Hi, this is Candace Houston. Tune into my new radio show called Candid Plug every Saturday from noon to 1. We will have engaging conversations on current events, topics that affect the community, and religion. Join me each Saturday from noon to 1 for my new show called Candid Plug, where you plus me equals us, right here on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and streaming live on KYOKradio.org.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
love talking,
and joy living on Get Up Mornings.
Get up! Get up! You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM, the legendary KYOK.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the tax doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359. Attention, those of you looking to go on a fun vacation and see the world on the cheap.
What's up, brother?
Today, the U.S. dollar is worth even more in other countries, so there's never been a better time to travel outside the USA. The dollar is worth over $1.30 in Canadian dollars, and it's the same for Australia. You can fly there today and have fun and maximize your travel dollar. Your U.S. dollar is worth over $3 in Brazilian reals, and it's worth over $18 in Mexican pesos. Plus, in Argentina, it's worth over $27 in Argentine pesos. Just think of the bargains you'll get. And the way you get the cheapest airfare to any destination is by calling Tickets That Cheap. Save up to 75% on your foreign vacation tickets. Don't wait. Call now. 802-317-1983. 802-317-1983. 802-317-1983. That's 802-317-1983.
Hey, what's going on? This is Dante, and you are tuned in to KYOK Lunch Break. Tune in 1140 and 92.3 FM.
Thank you, Dante. Long time, man. I sure hope he's doing all right. That is an energetic brother. Can't even talk. What's up, Pigeon Patrol? Checking us out on Twitch. Appreciate you checking in, bro. I'm doing good, man. I hope you and the fam are doing well. All right. So anyway, I got folks hitting me up, man. Y'all are funny. Mo, man, I ain't heard from this dude in forever. Mo's another one of them dudes that comes on strong for a while, and then he goes into witness protection, or I say he's a longshoreman. I say he be out there in the Gulf on those oil rigs. But anyway, Mo finally stepped back in. He said, AJ, stop making fun of the people. They don't like it when they can't get their hair cut, when they can't go get their favorite beverage, when they can't go get somebody to serve them their meal. They got to get that AR-15 and run down to the Capitol. Be nice. Mo says I'm wrong on the football games, too. He's got Cincinnati and the 49ers. Mo, wherever you are, man, if you're in witness protection, tell them to just give you regular water, man. Tell them to just give you regular water. If Cincinnati and San Francisco make it to the Super Bowl, I really feel like, hold on, no, stop the music. Hold on. Stop the music. If Cincinnati and San Francisco make it to the Super Bowl, that will be like when Cincinnati made it to the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers, and the 49ers had to come up with a miracle play to beat my Bengals. So this will be payback. I was finna say what I was gonna say. I'm in Texas, I can say fitna. What I was finna say is that if it's San Francisco and the Bengals this year, they'll cancel the Super Bowl. They don't want that. They want Kansas City. They want the Rams. They want Kansas City and they want the Rams. Ratings. But man, if it's Cincinnati and San Francisco, oh, bruh. San Francisco, the Bengals y'all. They've been living for the chance to get back to that Super Bowl. John Taylor ain't going to make that catch. Jerry Rice is not going to be a distraction as John Taylor runs a skinny post and touchdown, game over. Joe Montana, no, it wasn't Joe. What was that? Joe Montana? Was that Steve Young? Oh, that'd be payback. That'd be good. I'm I might come in with my face painted. Ooh-wee. Yeah, man, that'd be a good one. Zach Taylor would be my favorite head coach. Well, second favorite head coach. I can't never put him over Mike Tomlin. But Zach Taylor would be my second favorite head coach. Sean Payton is gone now. So, yeah, I got an opening. I got a free agent spot for my second favorite head coach in the league. I got a free agent spot. And Zach Taylor, you beat Kansas City and get to that Super Bowl. And if it's San Francisco, beat them too, you got that number 2 spot. Might be able to come to the house. Who is it? Zach? Zach who? Taylor? Boy, if you don't come on in here, what up? Man, that would be something. Mo, don't call my show, text into my show and mess up my head like that. You're going to have me daydreaming about that. Apparently, the Sacramento Kings are done pursuing Ben Simmons. Listen, Ben Simmons is going to end up where Ben Simmons is going to end up. I'm more curious to see if Russell Westbrook gets moved, if James Harden gets moved. Does James Harden connect with Daryl Morey again in Philly? James Harden goes to Philly, and the rankings in the East for me, Milwaukee, number 1. Philly, number 2. And then you can do whatever you want to do after that. Chicago, Brooklyn, Miami. You can do what you want to do after that. But James Harden goes to Philly with what he can do with the ball. And he can shoot from outside. And they still got Joel Embiid, Tobias, Nim. Milwaukee still number 1. Philly number 2. And you can do what you want to do after that. For me. That's just for me. So I'm not, the whole Ben Simmons saga. I think Brooklyn is going to struggle with the fact that Kyrie cannot play during the home games 4 out of 7. When you're in a 4 out of 7 series, that's almost like him being injured for all the home games. And if they're the higher seed, you wouldn't have him for a winner-take-all game 7? Nah. I'm James Harden. I want out of that. Say what you want to say about it. I want out of that. I hope that and it's just me talking again. I'm about to go. I hope the Lakers find a way to keep Russ and LeBron and AD and Melo. And then I hope they find a way to get some shooters in there. Last night they were without LeBron. AD played extremely well. Russ had a tough turnover. Had a tough, untimely turnover. And, they got beat by a better Philadelphia team. All the Russ haters out there. Oh, it's teams. I told you it wouldn't work. I told you it wouldn't work. If it did work, what would you be saying? Oh, but it doesn't matter because I told you it wouldn't work and it's not. All right, I want them to keep him. And then I want them to get, kind of redo their shooting. And I want to see what folks have to say then. But in the West, Phoenix is that team for me. They're the best ready 4 out of 7 team right now. And I know everybody wants me to jump back on that Golden State Warrior bandwagon, but let me just say something. I called this Golden State resurgence. I was just a year early. I said Golden State would do what they're doing now last season. I said, all right, y'all better get your chips in the West. while Golden State is down, because when Clay comes back, when Steph is healthy again, when Draymond is healthy again, it's going to be the Splash Brothers 2.0, minus Jermaine Jackson. I'm sorry, Kevin Durant. Y'all forgot Golden State did all of this without Durant before he got there. They just did it, more dominantly when Durant got there. But, baby, it wasn't no love lost when Durant left, as long as Clay was coming back, Steph was coming back healthy, and Draymond was going to be healthy. And now you add Wiggins and some of the other players that they got out there. Yeah. I don't know if they're 4 out of 7 ready, but, I'm not ready to jump on that bandwagon just yet. All right, so anyway, let me get ready to get out of here. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. Obviously, we got some great shows on the lunch break. On KYLK over the weekend. Be sure to check those out. The Not So Christian to Me show is one. And the young lady Candace has a new show. You can check her out as well. And then, of course, come Monday, you've got Griff and Erica Campbell, Keep Hope Alive. That's Jesse Jackson. Erica Campbell and Griff get up mornings on Monday morning. You can check that out. And then I'll be back with Oh My Goodness Monday. And me and the coach, Johnny Cole, take the HBCU stroll. All right. Again, this weekend, if you're in the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, got to have your picks by Sunday, 1 o'clock. Use the tiebreaker as the San Francisco-LA Rams game. Text them 832-403-5005 or email aj@kylksports.com, aj@kylksports.com. The standings right now, Delano is still at number 1, Alexis at number 2, Amber number 3. The ladies getting it in. Chi-Town at number 4, Big Time Floyd at number 5, and Keith Hennig at number 6. So pick well this weekend, y'all. $500 is at stake. All right, y'all. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I do love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. But don't go out there like John Stockton. That ain't a good look. All right, come on. Let's go, Sybil Wilkes. Tell us what we need to know before we go. On the lunch break, on the legendary KYLK. I'll see y'all on Monday.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is, come on, say it with me now, Friday, January 28th, 2022. Number 1, federal judges may be sending Alabama Republicans back to the drawing board. This week, a 3-judge federal panel ruled against the newly drawn Alabama congressional district map in 2 lawsuits. The suits allege the district lines were racially gerrymandered in a map to be used in this year's upcoming elections. In issuing a preliminary injunction Monday, the judges wrote that Alabama should have 2 districts instead of 1 in which Black voters represent a sizable portion of the electorate. Number 2, a former employee of Google's ethical artificial intelligence team, Timnit Gebru, is one of many Black women working to change artificial intelligence, or AI. Gebru said that she was fired from Google after she failed to retract a paper she co-authored about how AI trained on large amounts of text data reinforces various systems of oppression. Gebru was also the co-author of the influential 2018 paper that showed that leading facial recognition technologies used by Microsoft and IBM misidentified darker-skinned women at much higher rates than they did light-skinned men. Number 3, healthcare workers in about half the states faced a Thursday deadline to get their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine under the Biden administration mandate that will be rolled out across the rest of the country in the coming weeks. While the requirement is welcomed by some, others fear it will worsen already serious staff shortages if employees quit rather than comply. In some Republican-led states that have taken a stand against vaccine mandates, hospitals and nursing homes could find themselves caught between conflicting state and federal demands. Number 4, the Monticello Restaurant and Bistro denied Paco Zolansky, a Black transgender non-conforming person, entry into the restaurant in Metro Atlanta. Zolansky was wearing a skirt and planned on joining his friends for dinner January 14th. The Monticello staff said, "We are not denying him service. What we're saying is he must dress his gender. If he dresses his gender, he is more than welcome to come inside." Number 5, as more Americans plan long-awaited summer vacations, hotel owner and commercial real estate investor Devon Reeves is rolling out the red carpet for travelers looking to support Black businesses. In 2021, Reeves launched StayBlackExperience.com, a website that provides a comprehensive and up-to-date list of Black-owned hotels and bed and breakfast locations. Read more about Reeves and the Stay Black experience in today's Black Business Spotlight. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Life is a series of choices. Choose to be open to change. Well, don't change just yet. Stay for this. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered. It's
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed today's show. I really enjoyed each and every one of you. So do me a favor. Y'all stay safe and y'all stay warm wherever you are, unless you're already in a warm place. Not this, definitely this. We'll talk to you on Monday.